I'm nervous. Wow. Okay. How do we normally do this? Right. Let's give this a go. Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Flipping heck. That felt weird. I have not done this for 3 years, and doing that just then, that felt weird. I've got pins and needles a little bit in my fingers. That felt weird, but a good weird. I've missed it. I've missed you. I have missed YouTube so much. I've missed social media and all that lot so much. Because, wow, for the last 10 years of my life, YouTube, social media, Aaron's Aquarium, all that has been everything. Like, last 10 years, that was my life. And it just stopped. Now, the reason why it stopped is because the end of 2020, mentally, I was done. I was totally done. I'm not going to go into it fully and everything in this video. I have done a bit of a write-up on my YouTube channel. YouTube's changed a lot since I was last about, and you can create posts now on YouTube and you can do short videos and blah blah blah. So if you go to the YouTube channel, there's a section on it where you can see posts. I have done a bit of a write-up as to, you know, where I've been, what's been going on, etc. But to summarize it, basically, like I said, is mentally I've been struggling for the last few years, but I've been working on it, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And with the help of my friends, my family, and especially my wife, today, I could probably say I'm the best I've ever been. Like, in the 42 years that I've been on this planet, I would probably say I am the best man I have ever been in my life. I really, truly believe that. So, have you ever heard that saying, life begins at 40? For me, that I believe is totally true. When I turned 40, it just seemed to be that moment of, do you know what, Michael? You need to sort yourself out, you know. Draw a line in the sand of everything that happened in the past. Your life starts today, and you've got to make it the best life you can ever live. So far, I feel like I'm achieving that. One of the things that I was a bit umming and ahhing about was YouTube. Do I do it again? Do I not? But because it's such a big part of me, I felt like I needed to. Or I felt like I needed to give it another go and see what happens. YouTube, like, I love it. I love the creation of videos. I love, like, sitting down at a laptop and making a YouTube video. I love this, standing in front of a camera and making a video. So I've really missed it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give it another go. Now, it is very scary for me, if I'm honest with you, because although I am the best man I have ever been, I'm still a little bit fragile in the mind. So I'm not going to be the same person that you guys will remember. So that being said, obviously the content on the channel is going to change. It's going to be a bit more vast. There's going to be a bit more to it. Don't get me wrong. Aquariums and ponds and everything fish related is still a big part of my life. So much so, I've gone to the dark side. I no longer have a reef aquarium, but I do have a pond. So I've still got fish. So I've still got my toe in the hobby. Now, anybody that's been following the channel long enough will know that this has been something that I've dreamed of for the whole time that I have been in the aquarium hobby. Previously, in my old house, I only had a very small yard. It was only like 3 foot by 3 foot, something like that, and there was no way I was getting a pond in it. sorry, 8 foot by 8 foot. It wasn't very big. There's no way I was getting a pond in it, but now I've moved house and I've actually got a garden. I dug myself a pond. Now this is all completely DIY. I did all of this myself. My son Andre helped me do a little bit of digging as well, but this is a full DIY project, all done with buckets and spades and stuff like that. So I thought I'd give you a little tour of it. Now it's like a kidney bean shaped. It's shallower at that end and deeper at this end. It's 3 foot deep at this end, and it also has a cave system, which I'll show you in a minute. For filtration, I have a skimmer section here. So basically all of the water gets pushed, or dragged should I say, towards here, because I've got a return pump in that section there. All of the water sort of like gets funneled through this rocky area here, gets funneled through here into this section. The water then gets dragged down through 3 layers of sponges which are in this area here, and then they go into the return pump through that pipe along under the ground to where that Fatsia japonica is over there. And then behind that Fatsia japonica, and also we've got a Musabaju banana plant, we've got the Enseti banana plant as well. This is my apple tree, cord line there, but behind all of that we've got my blue barrel. So this is again full DIY, my blue barrel. This is a food grade barrel that I got from a local bakery. They was throwing them away, so I asked if I can have one and they let me have it. I just cut the top off it and turned this into my filter. So at the bottom I've just used the like massive pipe cleaners. It's like, I think it's like a koi breeding brush. If I can get an image, I'll pop an image up on screen. So at the bottom there I've got like this big brush. Then I've got 3 layers of sponges. You'll have seen the sponges before. It's like, you know, those green, blue and black sponges. Again, I'll put images up on the screen. Then in the middle here I've got 1,000 bio balls in the middle there, and then above that I've got 3 layers of sponges again, and then a bit of filter floss on the top there. Oh, squirrel. Yeah, and then I've got some filter floss on the top there, and then the water leaves through that plant pot that I've drilled back out to the pond. So the way the water flows in, it comes in through this pipe, and then I've got a U-bend here, and then I've got a pipe that goes all the way down to the bottom of the barrel. So the water actually comes out at the bottom of the barrel and works its way up. So it works its way up through all of the levels of filtration and then out through that plant pot to the waterfall. It's mad to think that the date today is the 2nd of October 2024, and all of the plants are still like in full bloom. The poppies, and I don't know what that other one's called, but are still flowering at this time of year. You know, still looking absolutely beautiful and lovely. It's mad. But this is where the blue barrel is. It's behind this Fatsia japonica here, and you can just see, just there, that's the outlet from the blue barrel hidden in between this Fatsia, and then it comes into this top section here. This is fiberglass, by the way. It's not actually rock, it's like a fiberglass waterfall, and it goes down. Oh, I need to get rid of some of these leaves. Getting close to winter now. Down the waterfall into the pond. In the pond we've got about 28 fish now. I started off with 14, but they bred. So all of the goldfish, the actual gold, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah, and then a few of the black ones, they're all babies that were born in this pond. And then I wasn't going to get koi for this pond because of the herring. I don't want the herring, you know, like eating a 500-pound koi fish. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't going to buy koi, but I got this big fella. I got him. He was like a 40 quid. koi. When I got him, he was only small, but he's absolutely ballooned up in the last year. I've only had him 1 year, and he's got massive in 1 year. I do have another koi, which is that black spotty one there. It actually looks like a shrunken goldfish at the moment, but it is actually a koi, so he should look bigger next year. And then I've also got well, it was a black moor goldfish, but he's started to get his adult colours now, and he's starting to go gold. They're all waiting for food. So basically I've been trying to make it so that they don't follow me around for food, but recently they've started to realise when I come to the pond they get fed, so they're getting a little bit too sociable for my liking. I don't want them overly sociable, because then if, you know, like a cat comes to the pond or a bird or something like that, they might come over to it rather than running away from it or swimming away from it. But yeah, you can tell we're getting into autumn now, nearly winter. All the leaves are starting to fall in, and this is the point where I start to fight a losing battle with keeping this pond clean. But I'll show you what it looks like underwater. As you can see though, that DIY blue barrel and that Blagden filter there are doing a really good job at keeping the pond clean. The water's crystal, you know, considering it's a pond and it's outdoors, it's open to the elements, leaves and debris and all sorts of different things. You know, the water's really, really clear. And I've been absolutely hammering the feeding. Over this last month, I've really been feeding a lot, because we're coming up to winter now, and I wanted to make sure that the fish have got plenty of weight on them. There was nice and full and big, because once winter comes, they're going to slow right down. They're going to eat a lot less. I'm going to be feeding a lot less as well. So, you know, they needed to get that weight on them for winter. Now, as you can see from the rocks, there's a lot of cave systems around. The shadowy areas, they're actually caves. And then underneath that Blagden filter there is a 1 foot deep cave as well. So when they go in that area there, that's just behind the koi, every single one of them can get inside there and completely disappear. You sometimes you'd think there's no fish in the pond, because they can go right in there and just hide away if they need to. It's great for, obviously, for winter as well, you know, for protecting against the really cold weather when it starts to ice over on top. So, you know, we've had a year of them all being in the pond. They've all done great, you know, they've all survived. So very, very chuffed with how the pond is set up and how it's working, and the fish just look beautiful. Now, it's weird actually seeing it from this angle, because I've only recently bought a GoPro for my other passion, which is running. I've just started doing that. January 2024, just started running to help, you know, with my fitness. If you've looked at my old videos from 3 years ago, I was very fat. I was very unfit, and I think that didn't help towards me mentally as well. So, you know, yeah, just, you know, got myself out on the road, doing a bit of running, got myself a lot fitter. I'm a stone lighter since I was last on YouTube, and I just feel fantastic. This is the view of the shallow end. So this is the fun end, because this is where you really get to see the fish, you know, when you're looking from the top. I'm dead happy with the pond, I really am. It's something that I've always dreamed of, and the way that the filtration's working, you know, chuffed to bits with it, really am. Right guys, so that's my pond. It's great. Do you know what? I absolutely love the pond, I really do. It just makes me happy. Do you know what I mean? It really does. It makes me so happy just waking up in the morning. It's a nice sunny day outside, get myself a coffee, go out and sit on my little bench and just watch the fish swim around. It's bliss. It really is. It's pure bliss. I love it. So going forward with the channel, obviously I've got a pond, but I don't have a saltwater aquarium at the moment, and I wasn't going to get another one, if I'm honest with you. But recently I attended like an aquarium show in the UK that was like basically the UK's answer to things like Reeferpalooza and things like that. We've never had anything like this before, and when I heard about it, it was like, oh, do you know what? For the last 10 years, This is something that we could have only have dreamed of in the UK, and now it's here. I've got to go. Do you know what I mean? So I went, and it definitely reignited that saltwater spark within me. Now the problem is like I've mentioned, or I think I've mentioned, I don't even know where I'm at anymore with this video. I have a new house and I do not want a saltwater aquarium in my house, just because of the salt water everywhere, the splashing, the mess, the chaos. I don't want it in my house. But I do have a garage, and the garage is going to be converted into a man cave. Oh, I know. You know, the amount of people out there that would kill for their own man cave. So I'm going to be converting the garage into a man cave, and that, if I do get a saltwater aquarium, is where it will go. Now, it's not going to be something that's going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to be something that happens next month, but eventually that garage is going to get converted, and then we'll cross the saltwater bridge when we come to it. Between now and then, obviously the content on the channel is going to change. My hobbies, my outlook at life is all different nowadays, 3 years on from when I was last on YouTube, and I'm going to be rebranding the channel completely. So Aaron's Aquarium will not exist very, very soon. If you follow me on Instagram, you will already have noticed the rebranding. I've already started it over on Instagram. A lot of you guys, you know, are still getting involved, still chatting away with me and everything on Instagram. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for sticking around and supporting me. You know, I can't thank you enough. So that rebranding is going to come over to YouTube very soon, and I'm going to be making content based around my new hobbies. One of which is running, like I mentioned earlier. So, you know, I'm going to be making content on my running journey. So in the next, next week, I'm going to be running the Manchester half marathon with my wife. Now, my wife has also has got into running January 2024, so only 10 months ago, same as me. You know, 10 months ago, we had this midlife crisis / New Year's resolution that we was going to start running, and we've gone all in. We're loving it, absolutely loving it. So we're running the Manchester half on the 13th of October. So I'm going to be filming that. We've also already created a video of the pair of us out running on one of her training runs for the Manchester half. So we're going to be creating content around that. So I really, really hope you guys, you know, stick with me and you know, support me through this transition. You know, you'll be awesome if you do, and I'll appreciate you, love you lots. But obviously, if that type of content is not for you, fair play, you know what I mean, is what it is, you know, and hopefully once I start making content that you like, I'll see you again. Right, I've waffled on enough. I think it's time to let you go. Thank you so much for all of your support over the years. Hopefully that support will continue into the future, and I'll see you all out and about one day. Again, you know, thank you, you know, for your support. Thank you for all your kind messages over the years. Thank you for just being there. Like I said, you know, I'm gonna get all soppy. Anyway, stop being a mardy bum. Time to go. Thanks, guys. Love you lots. See you all in the next video.